Here in Woodbridge, Virginia. I'm David Stearns, joined here with Brian Schrems. Actually, I can start it again. Hello and welcome everybody to the Prince William Ice Center here in Woodbridge, Virginia. David Stearns with Brian Schrems here with today's call with John Baranowski and Mr. Wakely.
I can't do it.
All right, fine. I'll try to do it in my raspy voice here. I'll go John Walton style for the Washington Caps radio play-by-play. Here's our opening festivities.
For this USPHL Empire League game between the Hampton Whalers and your Potomac Patriots. And now the starting lineup for Hampton Roads. At left wing, number 15, Jeremy Wilson. At center, number 18, Joseph Paul. At right wing, number 6, Jonathan Arnell. At left defense, number 5, Jacob Torrey. At right defense, number 21, Ryan Biscotti. And in goal, number 1, Ryan Drucker. Coaching the Whalers is Brad Jones, assisted by John Mellon. And now the starting lineup for your Potomac Patriots. And left wing, number 90, Michael Santiago. At center, number 12, Micah Jamal. At right wing, number 18, Bradley Lamar. At left defense, number 13, Riley Waddington. At right defense, number 55, Nick Ludeman. And in goal, number 35, Ryan Friggin. Coaching the Patriots is Matthew, assisted by Steve Sherman. Now, if you could please rise and get a kindly remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's play some hockey this afternoon. Starting goaltenders brought to you by My Tech Auto Inc. Go to mytechautoinc.com for more details to book your appointment. Conveniently located here in Woodbridge, Virginia to service your vehicle. Schrems, who do we got?
Ryan Drucker to our left-hand side, 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, from Richmond, Virginia. To our opposite end here, Ryan Freeman. We saw him in a relief effort last weekend. Gave up 1 goal, 28 saves on 29 shots, so not a bad outing in relief, but he gets the nod here on Sunday.
And so we'll get things started out here at the Prince William Ice Center as the Empire team looks to rebound from last night's, well, huge defeat.
Yep.
And yes, this is David Stearns, though you may not recognize the voice. I am battling sinus infection, and here comes a 2-on-2 the other way as Arnaud takes a shot, and there's a whistle for a hand pass. Arnaud takes a shout.
Good start.
19:44 left here in the first stoppage of play. Face-off coming out in front of the Patriots bench.
Top line last night for Hampton Roads was just an absolute Patriot killer. Jeremy Wilson, Joseph Paul, and Jonathan Arnaux combining for 5 goals on the evening.
4 of which were Joseph Paul's.
Yeah.
What a Patriot killer he was last night.
Yep.
Through center now. Want it. taking his shot, going wide of the cage. And the second line comes out here for the Patriots. And the Whalers will try to catch him out of change with Paul's shot. Goes right into the glove of Framinanen, and he holds on. Face-off coming up inside the Patriot zone.
That's right, we have a southpaw out there. Framinen's a lefty.
Yeah. What is it? A southpaw?
Southpaw.
A softball.
Southpaw.
Southpaw.
Wakely, southpaw is a left-handed pitcher? Am I not?
I don't watch baseball.
Wow.
All right. That went right over my head. I should probably watch a little more baseball. Dreer with a shot.
I'm not saying that.
Goes wide. Thank you. Please. Yeah, boxing term. There it is. The correction. So I don't watch enough boxing or baseball. The shot goes well wide. And Fournier's having a little time up front there with Kivo. And now it'll be pushed ahead there. Barber trying to put it up along the far wing there for Zach Brady, but it's popped right back in to the Patriots zone. Fournier trying to put it on his backhand and out, but Kivo got in the way of that one. Fournier retreating back behind Framinanen. He'll opt to go to the opposite side there as he opted not to go to the near side, getting the pass ahead for Brady. Brady gingerly went down.
He's going to drew a call, though.
He drew a penalty call against the Whalers as we'll get our first look at the CrossIceFeed power play here at the Prince William Ice Center for the Patriots. Going in will be Dylan Kivo for those 2 minutes or less at 18:29 left here in first. No score.
Power play struggled a little bit last night. Gaining the zone was the biggest challenge for the man advantage. But new day, put last night behind you and plow forward here, see if they can get a tally to start the game.
And the Whalers successfully clear it down the length of the ice, and the Patriots are going to have to regroup and break out of their own zone with Fournier. So we can get the call from John Baranowski down at the scorekeeper's box.
Hampton Roads penalty to number Dylan Kivo. 2 minutes for hooking. Kivo, 2 for hooking on the CrossIceFeed power play.
Over along the near side, up to the point, and almost a chance there for a shorthanded break for Shannon. It's cleared right back in by the Patriots, and it'll be recovered and sent down the length of the ice by Jacob Toro, the alternate captain. Fournier back to retrieve it there, 1:20 left on the man advantage. 17:45 left here in the opening frame. Just underway at the Prince William Ice Center in Woodbridge, Virginia. The second matchup between these two teams. As it's sent down by the Whalers into the far corner of the Patriots zone. Fournier back there to set up shop again. Gerke will break out along the near side, expecting a pass ahead now from Fournier. He'll receive it. At the red line, Gerke across the blue line. Dropping it off there for DeBow. DeBow taking a shot. Pat saved the rebound. And Michael Santiago just missed an open cage. And it went right underneath Drucker. Looking to rebound from that. Of course, Santiago took an early exit last night for a boarding call, a boarding major. He's back in for this game, thankfully. Half a minute left on the man advantage. DeBow sweeping it up along the far half boards up top to the point to want it. Back to DeBow, down low. DeBow getting pressured, getting shoved over there, and trying to get some support there as Volmert's digging for it. Volmert will turn around, try to clear it out. Kept in by Wannet. Up top at the point, taking a shot, blocker save, and Drucker will put this one out of play, and the face-off will come up to, presumably, his left.
Mr. Santiago.
Or his right.
That was...
his left.
That was so close, and he's going to want that one back. He's got to redeem himself and go back out there and get another scoring opportunity. But man, that was a good chance for Potomac to jump up here 1-0. But not a bad power play effort so far. A couple quality scoring shots.
Face-off one up top to Ludeman. Ludeman, far side, winds up, takes a shot, deflected through, left up front there, but cleared away by Toro, and the Whalers come back to even strength. Down low, Purdon trying to find it. Trying to steal it away from Cassidy. Cassidy was a chatty one in the box last night, and he had the bragging rights to do so. He had plenty of tallies under his belt as far as assists and goals. Down over to the near side boards, kept active by Toro for the Whalers. Picked away now by McDaniel. Zach McDaniel trying to work his way over to the far end of the Patriots zone. Dumps it behind the net. Wanted trying to get it away from two Whalers. Sweeping in there to pick it up now is Kivo. Up top to Toro. To the opposite point, the shot goes through. Framinanen has to make the save. Nice shot coming from Ryan Piscotti along the far side. He'll keep it in there along the half boards. feeding it to Cassidy in the far circle. As Kivo will go off on a change, the shot goes right into the breadbasket of Framingham. A lot of opportunities here for the Whalers, as we have 15:31 left here in the first, nothing score.
Framingham looked strong last weekend, looks pretty comfortable in there so far. Seen 3 shots, stopped them all. Same with his counterpart, Ryan Drucker, down at the other end. Face off back in the corner, won by the Patriots.
And Welsh trying to clear it out there. They'll come out in the neutral zone for Bradley Lamar. The grandfather of this team, if you will. He is the eldest player on the roster.
Got himself first goal last night of the season.
That indeed. He's a 93. The only other 93 on his team is Alex Sokic. We saw a glimpse of last weekend. Had a rough game against the Atlanta Junior Knights. Lamar keeping it in there. DeBow going toe-to-toe in the corner. Early scooped up and sent around the horn by Tommy Vajornik. Fed to the front, Drucker making a save easily, steering that one off on the side. Kept in with a nice little kick move by Fournier. And Lamar couldn't find it as it goes off into the corner, but he'll go off on a change regardless. Santiago doing some work down though with Volmert. Volmert actually gets the pass over to the opposite side to Jonathan Arnault. Whalers setting it up behind Drucker. Moving it out is Verjornen. And it'll be cleared back in deep behind Framingham, where it'll be retrieved by Welsh. Turned over to Paul. Paul leading it to the front, wide open with a behind-the-back shot. Framingham point blank stones him cold and holds on with 14:13 left here in the first. Still a 0-0 score.
Yeah, the top line is going to be a handful for these Potomac Patriots all night, but look pretty solid so far. Defense is making sure that Framingham doesn't have too much to deal with so far.
Bronner with it now. Losing control of it there, but picked up by Rush. Rush trying to communicate there with Yoon, so he'll take it back over the near side. Bronner up ahead now for Brady. Brady being chopped at by Shannon. Shannon will take him out as the puck will be picked up by Gale in his own corner. Taking it over to the far side of the ice, and he's going to break it out in the neutral zone. If he can get away from the Patriots players standing in his way, he does so. Leading a 3-on-2 the other way, still with the puck, trying to go end-to-end with it. And eventually he turns it over to Groner in the corner. Gale taking out a check on Groner, but the puck goes ahead for Rush. It's poked ahead by Gerke, slapped back and picked up by Rush. Rush taking it across the line. And he gets stopped up as it comes over to the near side boards, and the Whalers will break it out with Gale. Gale across the line, trying to get around 2 Patriots with the drop pass there, and the Asteroid got in his way, and the puck finds its way out of the neutral zone.
Yes, Troy had himself a pretty good game yesterday, all over the ice. He was one of the noticeable players out there for Potomac.
Feathered on out in the neutral zone, when McDaniel pops it right back in. Right there to pick it up is Riley Wannett. Like to shout out to Wannett's grandmother who's listening in out of town here. Welcome to the broadcast, and welcome to everybody else as well. As the Whalers trying to buzz things up here in the Patriot zone. Turnaround shot by Kivo goes right in on Framingham, and he'll hold on for a stoppage play. Just to remind you all, we are a small business called the CrossIceFeed. Please, if you will, take advantage of the $2.99 a month package offered by Ustream for ad-free viewing, so that way you don't miss any of the goals. But if you do happen to opt not to go that route, we do advise you to watch the replay on youtube.com/CrossIceFeed in the coming days ahead. Here's a shot. Oh, Dink Pricer done. The rebound just goes wide. The Whalers coming out with a couple of solid shots towards the goal. We got a delayed call coming up on the Patriots. It looks like Welsh up front is going to get caught for a little extracurriculars, trying to clear out his man Kivo from the crease. And the Patriots touch up, and we'll get the call. Probably a cross-check.
Cross-check it is.
Yes, indeedy. It's the popular one up front when you're trying to take care of the man looking for that garbage goal. Garbage goals are the hardest ones to come across in any capacity of hockey. And you take a pounding up front there looking for those rebound goals or deflection goals.
Usually you're a pretty big guy. You usually want your power forward up front there taking all the brunt of the action, but it's certainly a solid strategy to use, and you're going to take a pounding, but beneficial to your team.
Penalty to number 89, Joseph Welsh, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Welsh, 2 for cross-checking on the Reebok penalty kill.
And up top, far side with it, Cassidy on the far half boards. Cassidy up to Toro. Cassidy goes to the front of the net. And here comes a shot from the side angle. They score! On that power play, I believe that's Jeremy Wilson lighting the lamp there, and they get the first goal of this game on a power play with 11:48 left here in the first.
Did Wilson not play last year? I believe calling his name.
He did.
In one of the weekends that we were playing in.
Yeah, he was a member of that team last year.
I remember he did some damage to the Patriots
His name
last
hard to
season
forget.
too.
Yeah. I think I got last year's stats somewhere in here, somewhere in the paper shuffle too. Well, we'll dig those up. We'll reflect on what this team looked like last year because it's not too far different, I think, except some of the guys going to the elite side. Baranowski with the call.
Hampton Roads goal scored by number 15, Jeremy Wilson, assisted by number 18, Joseph Paul, and number 5, Jacob Toro. That's Wilson from Paul and Toro at 11:48, a power play goal.
There's that lethal combination of that talent there. It's not necessarily their line, but it was a power play where they're still together. Coach doesn't have to do too much work to adjust things there. He just says throw out the top line, I guess. Toro up top, into the slot, looking for Gale there on a deflection, but it goes off to the far side. Yoon will go into the boards. This one's deflected down the length of the ice. No icing with 11 minutes to play here in the first. Hampton just striking with a Jeremy Wilson power play goal.
Big hit behind the play there.
Toro's slow to get up there. As it comes into the slot, Brady trying to take a shot, and we're going to get a high stick call.
Toro got dropped in the corner there. Was very slow to get up. He's gingerly making his way over the bench right now. He's favoring his arm.
I thought it was a penalty, but it's actually a high stick. They played the puck with the high stick, and it comes down the length of the ice here. Jeremy Wilson last year led the team with 57 points, so he is no stranger to this roster. It was Nathan Cantor and Regan Kavanaugh right behind him on that roster.
Kavanaugh went up to elite.
And Nathan Cantor has moved on from the Hampton Roads organization. But a lot of names still remain on here as this one comes back into the Whalers zone. Here comes a chance to bow on his backhand, deflected away off into the corner. And McDaniel turns it over to Lamar. Lamar feeding it to the front, looking for the one-time punch, and getting taken down was DeBow.
Trip.
We are going to have a call against the Whalers coming up here as they finally gain possession of the puck. 10-14 left here in the first. We'll give it a go on the second CrossIceFeed power play in this game for the Patriots.
Big opportunity here for the Patriots to strike and get even with this Hampton Roads squad. They had a power play earlier in the game that was fairly effective. Couple quality shots on goal. Nothing by the goaltender Drucker, but 2 minutes here for a power play can certainly change things around. And face off to the right of the goaltender Drucker.
Vollmer with it in the corner.
Hampton Roads
here's a call.
penalty to number 23, Dylan Kevo. 2 minutes for hooking. That's Kevo, 2 for hooking at 10-13 on the CrossIceFeed power play.
On the near side.
And that's his second hooking call consecutively.
Yeah. So they get frustrated by the speed of the Patriots when they get around them, and what's the first thing you do? You either reach out and grab them or you hook them. They're a little bit out of arm's length, I guess. And coming across the line, Gerke along the inside, trying to cut to the, or on the outside, trying to cut to the inside. Instead, it's turned over, and Gale will find it up along the boards. Nice keep there by Fournier, playing it up to the net. Nobody there to deflect it through, and the Whalers will catch it up and send it down the length of the ice. 1:10 left on the CrossIceFeed power play. We are the CrossIceFeed. Visit us at CrossIceFeed.com for more details. You can also email us at contact@CrossIceFeed.com during broadcasts and outside of broadcasts as well. Ludeman, far circle, with it. Over into the corner he goes, and he turns over the puck. And with it now is Phoenix Dribbett. He turns it around. He turns it over. Ludeman with a turnaround shot goes wide. Over to the far side. Riley won it. Getting it back up top, won it. Over to Shane Barber. Down low to Ludeman. Ludeman, we're going to tuck it along the side of the net there. He lost control of it there for a moment, but he'll get it back along the far half boards. Ludeman up top. Won it. Ludeman. Far half boards again. Half a minute remains on the man advantage. Ludeman curling away from his man. Whalers maintaining a very conservative box here. maintain the Patriots to the outside. Switching places now. And along with it, Ludeman over to the near side to Fournier, who winds up, takes a shot off the ankle of Gale to the front side of the net. Does not go in. Ludeman backhand to the front. Santiago trying to redeem himself from earlier. Takes a shot. It goes deflecting off to the far half boards. Now we're back to five-side hockey. As I say, redeeming himself. He had a wide open net earlier on Drucker. He found the puck and it just went between the pipe, under Drucker, far post. Missing the net. Hopefully he can get one back. And Fournier getting roped down from behind, no call. And Purdon puts it on his backhand, up ahead for Santiago with a head of steam here. Across the blue line, over the near circle, loses control of it, and it's swept out in the neutral zone where it's picked up by Niestroy.
Oh.
Niestroy having a light pass over to Welsh. Dangerously played out in front for Eminem, keeping his cool. Niestroy having a tough time there, getting solid hold of that puck. On the far boards there, Groner puts it into the air and out in the neutral, and it's popped right back in by Piscotti. Wells trying to clear it in front of the net there. And of course, naturally, McDaniel's in the way for the Whalers. Pops over the stick of Piscotti at the blue line. Trying to break away with it was Niestroy, but Purdon on the trail gets taken out, and the Whalers are going to try to come back the other way. Zach Davis trying to take out his check in front of the timekeeper's box. And it'll be Vollmer back in his own zone with it, with a backhand pass over to Jeremy Wilson. Wilson with the only tally in this game so far, 1-0. Whalers with 7 minutes to go here in the first. Last night, the Whalers took a commanding and convincing 10-2 victory away from the Patriots here in front of the home crowd, and the Patriots are looking to rebound from that.
Yeah, it was a deflating loss, but one that we talked about with the elite team earlier. One that you need to take sometimes to recognize your faults and get yourselves corrected out on the ice. So, so far so good in this period. Shots are relatively even, the score not so much, but we've had a number of good opportunities for the Patriots to put one behind Drucker.
Well, let's hope the momentum continues here. Wanna trying to pinch in there to keep it in. He does keep it. Michael Santiago's going to find it along the near hash marks. And he'll feed it up top to DeBow. Gets caught up in the paraphernalia of Wilson or Arnaud in that process. Brad Jones is looking for an offside call in that. He won't get it. Fournier may have kept it in there.
No, I did keep it in there. It was pretty clean.
Love that Whalers hat. Every time he comes in here. Last year I saw him with it there. That's great. One of the players from the elite team sporting some Whalers gear. Wilson along the far circle there. Drops it to Arnaud. Arnaud losing his footing, trying to take a shot in the process. Great job by Riley Wannett to get in his way. Wannett putting it along the near side boards and out in the neutral zone. Phoenix Dreer with it now. Up ahead for Piscotti. Ryan Piscotti back to Phoenix Dreer. Dreer turns it over. Michael Santiago with it, taking a shot, trying to get it through the legs of Dreer. Feeding it to the front of the slot, but it comes up to Ludeman. Ludeman losing control of it. And it looks like DeBow's going to have to come back on defense as Ludeman pinched in. And they're going to draw the team off sides here with 5:36 left in the first. 1-0 Whale tail.
Patriots' power play has been pretty effective in getting quality shots on goal. Even staying within the zone, they were cycling the puck. They spent almost the entire 2 minutes in the zone on that last man advantage. So certainly a much improved effort from last night.
Jordan Shannon going against Shane Barber. One back by Barber to Ian Rush. Barber clearing it in about the red line there, right in on Drucker, no icing. Off over to the near corner, Ferder trying to find it, but Barber will have it. Back over to Ferder, and back over for Brady, who cuts into the play. Barber went to post himself up in a slot there. Gale's going to take Barber into the boards. Rush back behind Drucker. Trying to play it off the side of the net, but instead it went off the back of the net, and the Whalers will come back with it with Gale. Jared Gale still with it through center, and he's going to draw his team offside as it looked like.
Offsides.
Yeah, it was Manberg Nahal that was in there just a couple of seconds early.
He looked like a man on a mission right there. It's lucky we got the offsides. He was going right to the net eventually.
That's not the first time he did it in this game either. I mean, he's done it twice. He's going to keep doing it. I don't know if they're trusting him a little more.
Jared Gale?
I didn't see much of that from him last night. It was mostly that first line get away with it.
6'1", 175. He's got the size on him to blow through there. Yeah.
Over to the near side boards inside the Whalers zone, but it's in there just briefly as Gale does put it through center. It's in the feet of Gorner. Bronner trying to find it there as Yoon will help out. Bronner's going to go off on a change. Micah DeBow takes it across the line. He's got Gerke breaking into the net. Puck is bouncing into the slot, going backdoor. Turnaround shot by Gerke doesn't go through since the puck was still bouncing. We got the jumping beans inside of that puck or something.
These pucks are brand new and not necessarily that frozen yet. They are brand new game pucks, not a nick on them. But that does take some time for them to freeze, so you'll have the warm rubber a little bit bouncier.
You got to put them on ice in there, Johnny. Don't you got an ice bucket?
They didn't give us any kind of cooler or ice pack or anything. They just gave us a stack of. Last game, they didn't even give us a stack of pucks. We had 2 pucks.
I know.
In my day, we had 2 pucks. That's all we had. That's the way it was, and we liked it.
And did you walk 10 miles to school, too, while you were at it?
Uphill both ways.
Back with it now in the neutral zone. Over to Cassidy off the pass from Kevo. Over to that far circle. McDaniel looking for an opportunity. Wings it out front. Comes over to the near side to Dreer. He winds up. Takes his shot off the side of the net. Over to the near corner. Goes for Davis. Davis moving ahead now for Niestroy. Trying to get it up for Purdon. It's going to miss everybody. And this one will come back in icing as Piscotti gets there first. 3:52 left on the clock here in the first. David Stearns with Brian Schrems and John Baranowski between the benches.
I tell you, Dave, you know 4 Yorkshiremen from Monty Python. If you don't know it, please, you between periods. It's fantastic. 4 Yorkshiremen. It's 4 guys complaining about how bad their childhood was. I want to do that with 4 hockey players talking about how bad their rinks were as a kid.
Yeah, back in my day, I played on a pond.
Luxury. Yeah. We didn't have a pond.
I think you almost went over the public address with that one, Johnny. It was that compelling of an argument. Over to the near side, it comes down to the neutral zone. Purdon trying to chase it down.
There's a trip.
He trips up Volmert. Volmert went hard on the boards, and Patriots are going to be shorthanded. Coming up here once they touch up, as Dylan Kevo has it now. Sending it back to Volmert, and they're going to rule that the Patriots had possession, and we'll get a stoppage. 3:21 left here in the first. Patriots are going to go down a man on the Reebok hockey penalty kill.
The last penalty kill didn't go so hot for the Patriots. A goal was stuffed home by, Jeremy Wilson got it. Yep, from Paul and Toro. So he is the marked man out on the ice for this power play, and they have to make sure to contain him.
Like I said, all they got to do is throw out their first line.
Yeah, it's definitely been a Patriot killer this weekend.
Is this the Matlock theme song? Really? Really? Here's John with the call.
For the record, it's Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. That was close.
Patriots penalty to number 29, Trey Purdon. 2 minutes for tripping. Purdon, 2 for tripping on the Reebok penalty kill.
And Arnaud putting it down over that far side for Wilson up top. With a shot, ding, fries are done. Volmert hitting pipe, maybe even 2 pipes. Looked like it rang off post and crossbar.
I was going to say he played 2 posts on that one.
Over to the far side again for Wilson. Up top, Volmert. Volmert over to the near side to Paul. Paul with that dangerous stick and shot. And that one almost cleared around and almost taken out a ref. This one trapped up along the side of the net. And finally we'll get the call as we have 1:13 left on the penalty. 2:34 left here in the first. 1-0 Whalers.
Yeah, Fremen has looked pretty good so far. His counterpart down the other end, Ryan Drucker, he looked pretty sharp as well. Good first period, much improved from last night. It's a lot easier to call a game like this as opposed to the one than last night.
We were reaching like Blue Jackets commentators last night.
Jackets are in it this year.
Yeah. Got to find out who the new Jackets are this year. Might be the Buffalo Sabres. Fournier along the near side, clearing it all the way down the length of the ice, and it's going to go right down onto Drucker. Whalers back to regroup with 1 minute on their power play. Reebok hockey penalty kill. Visit ReebokHockey.com to check out the vast selection. Or stop down here to the Pro Shop, the Prince William Ice Center. Nice work there by Welsh in the neutral zone. He gets clocked up high. But he was just finishing his check and got to dish something back on the other end. Wilson. Great handwork there as he puts it down low for Arnaud. Wilson backhanding up top to Paul. Joseph Paul with it now. Up top to the point to Volmert. Travis Volmert still trying to figure out how to get away from Zach Brady. Fed to the front and almost a one-time square on by Wilson. Back behind the cage for Arnaud. Up top, Paul looking for the lane. Shot, nice blocker save. The rebound, they score. Back door, Jonathan Arnaud pops it home for the second goal Another power play goal for the Hampton Roads Whalers. Gets them a 2-0 lead with 1:33 left here in the first.
Yeah, it's a flurry of activity. That puck is actually initially shot wide from the point, bounced perfectly off the boards to Arnaud, and just like that, it's 2-0. And that's not how you wanted to go into this intermission, but they can find a way to bounce back here and get themselves on the scoreboard. 1:33 left to go here in the first period.
And it's one back into the Whalers zone right on a Drucker. Let's get the call from John Baranowski.
Whalers goal, scored by number 6, Jonathan Arnaud, assisted by number 18, Joseph Hall, and number 9, Marcus Cassidy. That's Arnaud from Paul and Cassidy at 1:33, a power play goal.
Scotty keeping it in over along the near side corner for Shannon. As we come down to the 1 minute mark left here in the first. Goes over that far corner, and it'll be picked up by DeBow in front of his bench over to the near side to Yoon. With that is Ryan Yoon dropping it there. Gerke couldn't get there in time. This is fed now ahead for a 2-on-1 developing here with Jordan Shannon. Shannon putting it up front. McDaniel turning around, taking a shot, goes off the side of the net. McDaniel to the front again, and it's swept away but not out. Kept in. Dreer taking a shot from the point. Comes up front, back up to that far circle again, but it'll be Micah DeBow there. 3-on-1 coming down the other way. DeBow dropping it. Gerke to the front. To Yoon with a shot and a save by Drucker. Point blank. Coming back the other way. 2-on-2. And
way outside.
Shannon way outside. And he realized what he did.
And he's booting him.
Not sure what's going on with McDaniel here.
Late
McDaniel,
shot down here with McDaniel.
Yep,
he was way outside.
Conduct, yep. Well, when you get frustrated by that offside call, I guess the automatic reaction is to trigger it up and let it go.
Yeah, it was well after the whistle, though, and the referee just put him right in the box. 19 seconds here. I mean, you gotta hope that you can keep in the zone and get a couple shots on goal here. Maybe kick out a rebound and bury a garbage goal. Something to take into the locker room here. Power plays look pretty good so far for the Patriots.
Hampton Roads penalty to number 11, Zachary McDaniel. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. McDaniel, 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct on the CrossIceFeed power play.
5 seconds to go. See if they can get one last rush here. They're running out of time. 3 seconds, and that'll do it. 2-0, taken into the dressing room. Whalers in the lead. 1:41 on the other side for CrossIceFeed power play. Well, let's take it into an intermission break. We're going to throw it into a intermission piece on Johnny's hockey history, and then we'll be back with John Baranowski between the glass. Stay tuned.
Today on Johnny's Hockey History, the Seals. The California Seals, the Oakland Seals, the California Golden Seals, the Cleveland Barons. All the same organization, all the most forgotten team of the modern era. In 1967, the NHL expanded from 6 teams to 12, bringing in such stalwart franchises as the Pittsburgh Penguins, Philadelphia Flyers, St. Louis Blues, and Los Angeles Kings, but it also included the California Seals, who would play in the Cow Palace in Oakland. Barry Van Gerbig wanted to crush the chances of the Western Hockey League becoming a major sports league, and so he bought the San Francisco Seals into the NHL as the expansion team, even though he replaced most of the roster. It was not long before the troubles started for this franchise. On November 8, 1967, just a month into operations, Van Gerbig realized he wasn't bringing in the fans from San Francisco like he hoped, so he changed the team name to the city in which it was based. That quickly, the California Seals became the Oakland Seals. The team name wouldn't help. The Seals finished with only 15 wins, last in the West Division and out of the playoffs. The team was failing to bring in fans, and as early as their first season, moves to Vancouver or Buffalo were being looked into. The league blocked both options, and the door was shut officially when both cities were granted franchises in 1970. Act for monopolizing, a suit that was finally settled in 1974 with a ruling that the league was a single entity and not a bunch of separate teams. The team would be sold to Charlie O. Finley in 1970. Finley was the owner of the Oakland Athletics and decided to make his teams look identical. The Oakland Seals became the California Golden Seals and dropped green and blue for gold and green. Just like the white shoes that the Oakland A's wore in baseball, the Seals were forced to wear white skates. Eventually, the players and management convinced Finley to adopt team-colored skates, which were slightly more in style. Esposito, McKenzie, back for Stanfield, shoots, save, can't get the rebound, and they score the scholarship. That may keep to that, he can stick down, he's broken up. The team would not get any better on the ice. In 1971, the World Hockey Association was formed, and because Finley wasn't willing to pay his players more, the Seals were stripped of what talent they had. The team finished in last place in each of the 4 seasons, even though they had changed their colors one more time, this time to teal and gold. Soon there was an average of 6,700 local Seals fans at every game, being led by a man who would later become North America's most famous cheerleader. The man, Crazy George, cheering for the Seals, and they're great. They're great. I love the Seals. They're a good team. Nobody believes it yet, but it's the most exciting game. You can't believe when you get out there on the ice. Come and see it, you'll believe it. In 1976, George Gunn convinced the team to move to Cleveland, and they spent 2 seasons as the Cleveland Barons. The team simply could not bring in the fans, drawing 10,000 fans in only 7 of 40 home games, despite having the largest arena in the NHL. The team simply couldn't draw fans and couldn't draw wins. The team would finish their run with 15 consecutive losses, a fitting end. In 1978, the Minnesota North Stars were having similar financial issues, and to keep both teams from going under, the league allowed the Barons and North Stars to merge. The Guns would remain the owner, and the North Stars would take the Barons' place in the Adams division. But the North Stars' name and location would live on. The star-crossed Seals were finally finished. But the story doesn't end quite yet. In 1991, the Guns undid the merger and were given
Welcome back, sports fans. John Baranowski here, your in-game host for the first intermission report. Just 2 goals on the board, both of them for the Hampton Roads Whalers. Both power play goals. The score by number 15, Wilson, with an assist from Paul and Toro. That came in 11:48. And then nearly to the end of the period, 1:33 left, a score from Arnaud, an assist from Paul, and the second assist coming from Cassidy. 2 power play goals. The Patriots, just 2 penalties against, and both times the Hampton Roads Whalers managed to score, and they managed to score pretty quickly on those. Problem they're certainly going to have to deal with. Well, we seem to stymie the shorthanded goals. Now we have to worry about the power play goals against. Either way, so long as those goals are on the man advantage, at least you can feel a little better about the 5-on-5 play. The Patriots just need to climb back into it. It's the biggest cliche in hockey. It's actually voted as such at one point. That the 2-goal lead is the hardest goal the hardest lead to defend, and it's completely true. We'll have to see if Hampton Roads perhaps has underestimated the Patriots after their big victory last night of 10-2. That's going to be the difference here. Different goaltender, different team, different time of day. We'll see if things can change around for the Potomac Patriots.
What are they missing out there, John? What are the Patriots missing? Name one thing that they need to do better.
Score.
Okay. Is it really that obvious?
Well, no. And that's just it. I think a lot of things have come back together better. They're having issues clearing the puck, but other than that, it seems to be a pretty solid game. It's not as bad on the puck protection as they had last night. They seem to have solidified that a bit, but it's hard to put a finger on it really right now.
All right, thanks, John. We'll catch up with you after the second period, and, of course, we'll hear from you during the play. So thanks, John.
Thanks, Dave. Patriots Hockey is proudly sponsored by MyTech Automotive, keeping your car safe and road ready for every season. Now is the time to experience quality, honest work. Located at 1025 Cannons Court in Woodbridge, Virginia, MyTech Automotive specializes in both foreign and domestic auto repair. Call to book your appointment at 703-492-1661 or 571-285-0168. Visit them on the web at mytechautoinc.com for more details.
Patriots Hockey is sponsored in part by the Spine and Joint Institute. Visit them at sjinstitute.com for more details. They can address your family wellness, sports medicine, and chiropractic needs. Located at 3915 Old Lee Highway in Fairfax, Virginia. Book your appointment today by calling 703-994-4874.
We are the CrossIceFeed. Check out our website at CrossIceFeed.com for more details on our sports broadcasting services in the Virginia, Maryland, D.C. areas. Here you'll be able to learn about the broadcast team that goes out and covers your sporting events. And also you'll be able to learn about the teams that we cover at CrossIceFeed, such as the Potomac Patriots and your UMBC Retrievers. Also, you'll be able to watch live streaming games, and you can contact us by clicking that Contact Us button with any of your questions, comments, concerns, or requests for services. Also, clicking the Archive button will take you to our YouTube page, where you will find all previously aired games and interviews. And don't forget, also like us on Facebook. Give us that thumbs up if you appreciate what we do. That's CrossIceFeed. Shoot us an email at contact@crossicefeed.com today.
Potomac Patriots Hockey is powered by Reebok.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Prince William Ice Center here in Woodbridge, Virginia. David Stearns with Brian Schrems and John Baranowski down between the glass, between the benches. We got to come up with a name for that, so I can get all documented.
Kind of like the between two ferns that Zach Galifianakis does. Did you see that the other day? He had Justin Bieber on there.
No. Oh, man.
Something to look up if you're bored,
It's going
Stearns.
to be something special.
You're going to take the week off from work and recover from this sinus infection, huh?
I'm going to have to.
2 goals heading into this second intermission in favor of the Hampton Roads Whalers. And that top line continues to be a killer for the Potomac Patriots. But a new period, new fresh start. We tried to catch Coach in between periods. They were chatting it up on the inside. They were trying to get their team geared up for the second period, figure out how they're going to figure out the enigma that is the Hampton Roads Whalers. And we have a pronunciation that we need to rectify here. It is not Ryan Framinen, it's Ryan Framignon. So we're going to go with Framignon from now on.
Framignon.
Awesome name.
That has a great name. So glad we had that corrected. It does. It rolls right off the tongue. It really does. Well, we got some other scores from this morning. The East Coast Eagles have defeated the Atlanta Junior Knights 5-2 in Empire play. We have no data on Frederick and Philadelphia. But, yeah, that's what we got. So, the period's underway here. Power play on this side of things, as Fournier has it along the far side for Gerke. Gerke clearing it all the way back behind Drucker. Trying to get there is Bradley Lamar, but he couldn't get a hold of it. Vollmer turning it over to Gerke. Gerke sending it up along the far boards. Playing a little catch there with Fournier. Oh, the return pass for Fournier gets cut off. Back the other way, trying to go shorthanded. Dylan Kevo is a little offside. He tags up. Trying to get a pass ahead from Marcus Cassidy. On the near side, Micah DeBow with it now inside Whaler territory. DeBow back behind the cage. Over to the far side, up top, far blue line, Fournier. Back to DeBow. To Fournier, the pass gets cut off again and sent down the length of the ice by Kevo with 45 seconds left on the man advantage. We're along the near boards, turned over to the Whalers again. It's picked off by the Patriots, who have to tag up on a delayed offside here as they come in. And they'll get some changes out there with a half a minute left on the man advantage. Just under 19
Still
minutes
off.
left. Yeah, they are. Now it'll be picked off by Fournier in front of his keeper, Framignon. Ludeman along the near side with a pass ahead, deflected through by Niestroy. Back behind Drucker, no icing. Drucker will reach out and hold on to it with 9 ticks left on the man advantage for the Patriots. And 18:28 left here in the second period. 2-0 Whalers.
Tough PP here for the Potomac Patriots. Had a hard time getting themselves set up inside the zone. However, still plenty of game left here.
That 2-goal differential coming into the second period is similar to last night's circumstances. Patriots were down 4-2. Here comes a shorthanded try and a breakaway for Jeremy Wilson. Rush trying to get back. Rush down, and Jeremy Wilson scores as Rush slapped Wilson with his stick while diving, drew a penalty, but Wilson still gets the goal off on a shorthanded goal, making it 3-0. Last night we did see 2 shorthanded goals for the Empire League as well between these two teams, and we got an extra whistle here, and Ian Rush will still serve that penalty.
Oh, it's not negated by the goal.
Now the penalty on the board will come down, and Rush's penalty will go up. So, for the next 2 minutes or less, Patriots will be short. Oh, I beg your pardon. That penalty was the power play up there still.
Yeah.
There we go. A little confusing, on a little cross-eyed sinus infection. We'll get the call from John Baranowski.
Hampton Roads goal scored by number 15, Jeremy Wilson, unassisted. Unassisted shorthanded goal at 18:20. Patriots penalty to number 68, Ian Rush, 2 minutes for slashing. Rush, 2 for slashing on the Reebok penalty kill.
Marcus Cassidy putting it down. Dreher back over to Cassidy, I beg your pardon. That is Wilson. Wilson still out there, hot off of the goal that he just scored shorthanded. Vollmer over the opposite side, over to Paul. Vollmer over to Wilson. Wilson takes a shot. Framignon makes a save. They score. Cassidy over the blocker side high on a power play makes it 4-0 Whalers. 17:32 left here in a second.
If I'm thinking correctly, that's 3 for 3 with the man advantage this afternoon.
It is.
That's just not going to get it done for the Patriots. It's completely deflating knowing that you can't stop special teams, and this game is less than halfway over, and you might have a lot more penalties to deal with. A lot of fisticuffs at the end of last game, and I'm having a feeling that this might be the case here as well. So you have to keep cool. You have to keep yourself composed. Keep your head in the game.
And down to John.
Hampton Roads goal scored by number 9, Marcus Cassidy, assisted by number 15, Jeremy Wilson. That's Cassidy from Wilson at 17:32, a power play goal.
Yep, the Hampton Roads Whalers are 3 for 3, and the Patriots are 0 for 3 on their opportunities. You follow live the stats on pointstreak.com. Look up USPHL and look at the Empire schedule. You'll find this one listed as in progress. You can follow all the live stats there. Along the near side, Piscotti putting it in deep. Trying to hook up there with Brandon Pickering, I believe. They have a 24 out there, and it appears to be Pickering. Hadn't seen a whole lot of him yesterday. He's out there now for the Whalers. Along the near side, Welsh putting out in the neutral zone. Piscotti trying to bank it back in. Turned over to DeBow. DeBow trying to settle the puck through with a shot that just goes wide. The rebound, he picks it up, takes it towards the net. Drucker making a save, and it's underneath him, and he holds on. A couple of opportunities there for the Patriots. Patriots hockey is sponsored by Threads Inc., quality sports embroidery down in Dumfries, Virginia. Go to threads-inc.com for more details.
Much the same story here so far in the game as last night. Top line, total killer for these Potomac Patriots.
Purdon taking a shot, goes off the glove of Drucker back behind the cage. Recovered there by the Whalers over in that far circle, and it's Dylan Kivo walking away with it. Switching sides over to the near side, trying to fend off a check from Niestroy. He loses the puck back over to Vollmer, back in the corner. Brady will try to pin him along the boards. He'll take a tumble, and the puck will be moved out through center. And the Patriots will recover there with the in-rush along the near side for Purdon. Purdon couldn't get a handle of it. Marcus Cassidy walking in on goal. Backhand shot. Pad save the rebound. Framignon makes a save, and he'll hold on. No rebound. Kivo slapping away at it. He won't get there as the Patriots create a barrier with 15:31 left here in a second. 4-0 Whalers.
Yeah, I can see this leaning towards the way of getting chippy here as Pats are down 4-0 and trying to figure out a way to at least get something on the board, something swinging in their favor. They're completely deflated right now, especially after that shorthanded goal. That's a complete killer for any team.
Wilson trying to move his way to the front, and he knocks off the net in the process as he gets tangled up there with Wannett.
Wilson is a very skilled hockey player. Reminds me a lot of St. Louis. 5'6".
Yep.
But he's fast. He's got the mindset and the skill set to be a great hockey player, and he's a lot of fun to watch here. Not if you're a Patriot or a Patriots fan, but as a hockey connoisseur and fan in general.
Out through the neutral zone and into the Whalers zone. Back with it, Phoenix Dreer along that far side. Pushing it along for Paul. Paul to Arnaud. Over to Wilson. Wilson with a shot, and Framignon got a pad on that one. It went over his pad and wide. Paul along the side of the net. Having trouble controlling it as Wilson and Barber going to the boards, along with Ludeman and Wannett. 3 Patriots, 2 Whalers in there. And it's swept away and cleared down the length of the ice by the Whalers on their own accord, looking for a centering feed in the slot. Nobody there to pick it off and take the shot. Up along the high glass it goes, out through center. Ludeman will pick it up at his blue line. Looking for options here. He gets it along the wing here for Barber. Barber along the right wing, uses the glass and put it back behind for Drucker, who sets it up. And Wilson losing control of it. Want it. Firing it towards the net and trying to play the deflection was Lamar, and he'll go off on a change. Comes back along the near side. Funny bounce off the boards. Want it. Trying to take a shot. Didn't get a full wrap on it, and it goes wide. Back up top to the point to Rush. Rush trying to get away from his check. Backhands the puck out inadvertently, and out to play it is Framignon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And we got too many men on the ice.
Don't move.
I got about 10. Hold on, I'm counting. And they'll catch him with the too many men. Sitting that penalty will be Sukman Nahal with 13:54 left here in a second. A crucial power play, a fourth try for the Patriots, who are already 0 for 3.
The shots have been there for sure. The opportunities have been as well, but they got to capitalize. They got to pound one home here. At least get the crowd back into this game. Get something going on their side here.
It's a CrossIceFeed power play. And we'll get John's call down at the public address.
Oh, my goodness. There's a penalty. Wow.
They didn't call it.
Hampton Roads penalty, a bench minor for too many men on the ice. That's too many men on the ice, a bench minor.
There it is.
13:54.
There's your
served
makeup
by
call.
number 3, Sukman Nahal.
And the makeup call comes, and the CrossIceFeed power play is gone.
CrossIceFeed power play.
And it's gone, Johnny. And it's gone.
I still wanted to get the plug in,
I
guys.
know. We
Guess they don't
admire
know.
your effort. A tripping call coming up to Stephen Gerke here. We are the CrossIceFeed, regardless. If you want to
We are
contact
the
us.
ones. We are the future.
Are you the one that makes the brighter day for you and I?
Anybody who wants to contact us during the game or after for any of these,
Resumes at
Yeah.
CrossIceFeed.
contact at CrossIceFeed is how you get a hold of us. Johnny, what do you got down there on the public address?
Patriots penalty to number 77, Stephen Gerke. 2 minutes for tripping. Gerke, 2 minutes for tripping on the Reebok penalty kill.
It's 4-on-4, and they'll have an abbreviated kill for 20 seconds on the other side. The Whalers will lead it out. Through center. Nice little poke check there by Michael Santiago. Santiago's going to come in. He's got a breakaway in on goal. Takes his shot, backhand
Penalty
save.
shot.
And I don't know if he got a quality shot away. Point to center. No, he's going to call a hook. I didn't think he got a quality shot away, but Sterling just kind of waves him off. You want your penalty shot? Forget it.
He's a no-guff kind of guy.
4-on-3. We hadn't seen this combination for a while, huh?
Santiago's speed is impressive. I mean, and he's still looking for that makeup from that first period gaff that he had with a wide open net. He still wants redemption on that. And maybe he can get it now with this 4-on-3 opportunity. Here's a good chance for Potomac to get themselves back inside. Get something going in this game.
Get the goose egg off the board.
Yes, sir.
Hampton Roads penalty to number 17, Varjonen. 2 minutes for hooking.
Who?
On the CrossIceFeed power play.
Varjonen.
There it is.
The Finn.
There he is. And the bow. Over to Want It, top of the circle, and it's
come on,
deflected
boys.
away by Wilson. Wilson looking for a second shorthanded goal here.
30 ticks.
And coming across the line, Fournier for the far circle, stops along the half boards. Over to the near side, Want It winds up, puts it in the face of Wilson. He shakes it off. Want It taking another shot, and he uses a sand wedge and puts it all the way out of the sand trap and onto the green. Face-off will stay inside because the deflection was off of a Whaler player. 12-12 left here in the second, 4-0 Whalers. Patriots hockey is proudly sponsored by the Hutzler family and the Prince William Ice Center. Go to pwice.com for all of the public skate schedules and much, much more. Far circle, teeing it up as Ludeman, saved there by Drucker, and it's cleared out by the Whalers. 10 seconds remains on this 4-on-3. We'll go to even strength for 4-on-4 for a little time. And then we'll have an abbreviated power play for the Patriots. After coming off of this one, now it's 4-on-4. Ludeman still with it along the near circle, going around the cage, all the way around the world to the top of the far circle, pass over to the near circle. Back up top to Ludeman, bouncing puck, goes over a stick, and it's cleared out with the pressure. And here comes Dylan Kevo in and on a breakaway for the Whalers. Kevo shoots into the glass, and it goes off the side of the net. 35 seconds on the man advantage for the Patriots now. And as Barber comes out of the box, he has it poked away by Joseph Paul. Paul having trouble with it, goes on the boards with Barber, but it's still fished away by Kivo and sent out to the neutral zone to Fournier. I agree, you need a manicure, sir. Comes along the near side. Yeah, I know, I saw you checking your cubicles
I have
out.
a wedding coming up, so.
Ah, of course, that's right, somebody's getting married. This one goes high into the near corner. Someone's getting married or having kids. Ha! Purdon up top.
Life.
Near side, half board. Santiago walks in. Whoa, what a rocket of
wow.
a shot, missing the corner. 5-a-side hockey now, 10:50 left here in the second. Still 4-0 Whale Tail. Hampton Roads coming across the line with Paul, taking a shot. Framion makes a save, and the rebound kicks out. 3-on-2 the other way developing. Now it looks like we're going to get some changes instead. Eastroy chasing it down, sending it up here into the slot. Bouncing puck. Here comes another try, and Brady came in there hot. So it goes off over to the half boards, and Eastroy's going to find it away from Kivo. And it was Cassidy trying to work in there, but Eastroy's going to get it back. Here comes a shot up front, point blank, the rebound. Oh, it's up in front of Drucker, and it finds its way behind the goal line. Oh, quite a couple of opportunities if I've ever seen any for the Patriots. Kivo gaining speed here, trying to hook up with Paul. He sends it out of the reach of everybody, and this one's an icing. Halfway through the game, 4-0 Whalers. Wow.
It's a flurry of activity down here in front of Drucker. The most action Drucker's seen in quite some time. But nothing coming of it. There's one opportunity there where the Patriots had a wide open net once again, and Drucker just came flying across the crease and made the save. So good lateral movement for him, but Patriots have got to find a way. They're getting stymied all over the ice here.
And it's along the near side boards for Welsh. 5-a-side hockey. Patriots sending it to the front. Nobody there to connect in the slot. And looks like Fournier kept it in tight there along the far blue line. Brady fighting for it in the corner. Eastroy in there to support. Up top it goes to Welsh. Welsh fighting off Shannon there, and he takes a tumble there. Almost got the stick up high on Shannon. Regardless of your falling, you can still get called for a high stick. This shot gets deflected wide. Zach Davis, far side, trying to dig it deep again. He gets slapped up high there by Paul. It comes out into the circle, bouncing puck. Eastroy up top. Fournier through traffic. Blocked up there at the top of the circle. Davis to recover. And it comes into the slot again. The Whalers are going to find an opportunity to put it up ahead now for Shannon, who's going to try to get around Welsh. Welsh takes him off the puck. Nice hit. Well, Shannon's still trucking along here, but the puck goes on the back of the net, and it's stuck, and we'll get a stoppage of play as Framion try to get it through the inside of the netting. Patriots Hockey is sponsored by the Spine and Joint Institute. Go to sjinstitute.com to book your appointment with Dr. Felix Yeskin or Dr. Maria Schaefer, located on Old Lee Highway in Fairfax, Virginia, to address your chiropractic needs.
Told Doc in the intermission I was glad to see he wasn't as busy as last weekend.
Yeah,
he seemed a bit relieved as well.
Gerke across the line. Gerke, backhand pass around the back, and it was a blind pass. It was a turnover to the Whalers, kept in by the Patriots for the moment, and it comes out to the blue line and out. Rush will pick it up at the red line and dump it right back in. Drucker out there to set it up. And now over to the near side it goes. And this is Manber Nahal. Manber Nahal trying to move it in deep. I understand there are two Nahals on this team, so I'm trying to get them differentiated here. So that way we know which one's out there.
3 and 13. They've decided to wear similar numbers.
I know. That doesn't make it any easier for a broadcaster. Here comes Gerke, trying to get ahead of Piscotti. Get that puck, and the Whalers will find it with Jared Gale putting it through center, trying to find it up for Manberg. Instead, it'll be the Patriots along the near side into the neutral zone through center now for Ryan Yoon, and a hard check here on DeBow. Yoon trying to cut in on Drucker, and Drucker reaches out to hold on for a face-off. 7:40 left here in a second. Whalers still shutting out the Patriots 4-0.
They're still looking for that spark that the Patriots need to get themselves back in this game mentally. It's been a good effort. I mean, the scoreboard doesn't reflect that, but 19-19 in shots.
Yeah.
decent power plays that they've been able to muster, but nothing behind the goaltender Drucker.
Through center, the Whalers coming away with it, and there was a missed call there. Yep, and it was Ludeman that took out his man. It was Cassidy through center. Now trying to get in there, Shane Barber. Barber picks it up at the goal line, turnaround shot, scores! Oh, give me a haircut, Mr. Barber. He cuts the goose egg off the board. 7:20 left here in the second. The Patriots are on the scoreboard thanks to Mr. Shane Barber.
And Shane Barber, as he's being knocked down to the ice, buries it upstairs on the goaltender Drucker. There's that point that you need to build off of. There's that momentum that you're looking for. The bench is up. The coaches are trying to rally their troops now. Still a lot of time left to play. Let's keep it up.
Potomac Patriots goal! Scored by number 17, Shane Barber. That's Barber, unassisted, at 7:20.
A lot of interference in here.
Yeah, a lot of interference, but at least we know that it was Barber, and I think, yeah, I can confirm my call. And now we got another call. We're
Both
gonna
are
have both
going.
of them go. Oh! Pushing and shoving, kissing and hugging. Phoenix Dreher is going to sit for two along with Zach Brady. Cool down. Simmer down now.
Yeah, Brady's one of the go-to guys for Coach Little and Coach Sherman. Using his size, using his smarts, hopefully, to try and gain a competitive edge out there, but he's going to sit for two. He's going to keep chirping, though. He better watch himself. Sterling wants him in the box.
Why is there something going up on the board here? It's going to be 5-on-5. Nothing should be up on that clock. 5-on-5, no penalties should be on the board. Unless we got a 5-on-4 situation, which we do.
Got an extra two up there.
So we're doing 4-on-4, penalties on the board. Wow. With offsetting penalties, wow, that's, wow. Oh, they weren't offsetting. Two separate penalties. All right, Mr. Baranowski's got the call.
Potomac Patriots penalty to number 65, Zach Brady, 2 minutes for charging. Hampton Roads penalty to number 19, Phoenix Dreher, 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's Brady for charging and Dreher for cross-checking. That's
Got a breakaway.
Stephen Gerke trying to get up there, and a little back check there. Nicely done by the alternate captain. That was Piscotti for the Whalers. Now Ludeman trying to fight for it. He gets hooked up there, no call, and he gets popped in the back in return. Play carries on. With it is Paul. Paul trying to look for a backdoor stuff by Jonathan Arnaud. Goes over in front of the Hampton bench. Arnaud still with it. Over into the circle with a shot, and this one goes high and out of play. Face-off remains on the inside with less than 6 to play here in a second. 4-1 Whalers. Shh, silence.
Looking for one more before this period goes out. I think
That'd be nice.
I think it'd be a good morale booster in the locker room if they can knock one out here. I want Santiago to get one. This guy's been all over the ice today.
He's got to redeem himself still for that open net one earlier. Turnaround shot by Barber, right in on Drucker.
Hey,
nice
every
shot.
shot matters.
This one through traffic. Santiago, top of the slot, takes a shot, blocked on a first try, second try. Still stymied up front, and this one is going to be offsides. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, the fans are applauding it. Taking the shots, taking the chance, getting it on goal. It works.
They're leading in shots.
They are. That's why they're cheering.
If this were a game of shots, the Patriots would be doing okay.
And I'd be drunk. Here comes the face-off out in the neutral zone along the near side.
It took a minute to click.
Shot.
Johnny caught on.
Took a minute, but hats off to you.
Over to the near side. Whalers trying to clear. Kept in there by Welsh. Welsh trying to find Santiago up front. But instead it comes out in the neutral zone. Where Shane Barber, who recently got the Patriots goal, pops it into the far corner. Michael Santiago down there now. Going against two Whalers. But his ship was sunk as they splashed around and got the puck out through center. Cassidy chasing it down, getting ahead of Welsh. Cassidy's still with it. Up in the slot he goes. Turns it around with the pass over to Shannon. Through the feet and off into the corner he goes as the puck will come over to the near side. DeBow through center. Deflected through by Gerke. No icing.
Good keep.
Kept in there by Ryan Yoon. He's going to try to chase it down in the corner. Yoon trying to cut his way to the front. Gerke has it now. Takes an angled shot that gets deflected into the protective netting. Face-off will be to the right of Drucker. Patriots faithful are applauding the efforts here by these Potomac Patriots that are really kind of, putting that 4-0 deficit behind them.
Yeah.
These guys play with heart. I said it a lot yesterday. There's a lot of heart on this team. It takes quite a bit to dig down and play a full game, a fighting game, with this kind of deficit.
There's exactly 6 hearts on the ice for the Patriots. Unless we have a Time Lord who has 2 out there.
You beat me to it.
Doctor Who reference, us nerds.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Get with it, man.
Is this another Star Wars thing?
And Gerke trying to chase it down, trying to get ahead of his man.
Like, Gerke's
Scotty.
a feisty player,
He
isn't
is.
he? Holy smokes.
Oh, the referee took that one
mercy.
right on the inside of the leg. Here comes a shot that just goes wide. The referee almost got another one from behind. A turnaround shot saved by Drucker. And referee may not be having children anytime soon.
Oh, God.
Mike at the bow, far corner. Backhanding it down for Stephen Gerke, up top for Rush. Rush stepping into it, taking a shot. Drucker makes the save.
Deep breaths, Sterling.
Sterling.
Deep breaths.
Sterling, how are you, sir?
You'll get through this.
It was in his thigh. He's going to be okay.
I took one in the broadcast booth, in an open-air broadcast booth in Reisterstown, Maryland.
On the
UMBC
rafter.
versus Temple. We're on a scaffolding, and
Oh.
right off the face-off, a clearing attempt right into my thigh. Ouch.
Did you have Baranowski for that? Was he up there for
No,
that?
it was you.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you. Yeah, I believe it was. Here comes a shot in the front. Drucker making a save. The rebound. It's loose up front, and he finally jumps right on top of it.
No, what I was saying, did you ever have Baranowski up there?
Oh, I did, yeah. He was
John,
there.
you were
Yeah.
up on the scaffolding?
And so
On
is Phil.
Temple? No, not
No,
at
Rowan.
Temple.
Rowan UMBC last November.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's a death trap.
Isn't it?
We're going to get a scissor lift, hopefully, for our games at
I had to have a seat just to stop the shaking. It was ridiculous.
And strike, I beg your pardon, that's Davis. I almost called it strike cars. Ludeman putting it back down there for Davis again. Davis being pinned along the boards by Volmert, and the Whalers will find it along the far boards and down the length of the ice for an icing. And, no, they're going to say that Riley was not ahead there, or Wannett, I beg your pardon. Going to break the habit. Wannett was beaten in that race for the icing. Delayed offside here on the Whalers. They'll tag up. 2:20 left here in the second. 4-1 Whalers.
Feel like we've seen a little bit of a resurgence from the Patriots this past couple minutes following that
Feels
goal.
different, doesn't
Yeah, it is.
Around the horn it goes and out through neutral where it's going to be picked up by Joe Paul. Paul looking for Wilson. Waiting for somebody to say it. Wilson! Arnaud up top. Finds Dreer. Over to the near side to Piscotti. Piscotti trying to slap it down on the pass, but it's cut off and sent out through the neutral zone and into the Whalers zone. Patriots getting some changes, as are some of the Whalers. As it comes up to the blue line and out. Barber coming across the blue line, winds up, takes his shot, and it goes well wide. He's just taking a shot whenever he can now, isn't he? Whalers. Dylan Kivo off in the far corner of the Patriots zone, looking up top, and it's deflected off the Patriots down the length of the ice. We're going to have a delayed call coming up here to the Whalers, I think.
Nope.
No.
Oh, nice hit.
It's a big shout for something. Patriots touch it now. The Whalers did touch it a moment ago, so we're not sure who has the penalty.
Is it on us?
Framignon's confused too. He doesn't know who this penalty's on. And it comes up. Fournier, far circle. Santiago looking. Played up top. The extra attacker is on. Fournier through traffic, taking a shot, and it gets deflected off in that far corner. Delayed call on the Whalers, and trying to take that shot was Welsh, and that one almost had a perfect angle to go to an open net. Patriots waiting on a penalty here. They're going to try to use the extra attacker to maybe get a goal and have a penalty go up on the board as it comes across the Santiago far circle, winds up, takes a shot, and Drucker makes a save. We'll finally get that call. 39.2 left here in the second, 4-1 Whalers. We're going on the CrossIceFeed power play as Jeremy Wilson goes to the box.
Crowd's back in this game a little bit here. We'll try and see if we can get Shane Barber the first intermission, see if he's willing to talk a little bit about the shift in...
We're going back in time, huh?
What am I doing?
You said first intermission.
Oh! Clearly I meant the second intermission.
Of course.
Hampton Roads Whalers penalty to number 15, Jeremy Wilson. 2 minutes for roughing. Wilson, 2 for roughing at 39.2 seconds on the CrossIceFeed power play.
All right, here we go. Patriots trying to set up the power play. Love you, Johnny. Sent around the horn, it goes. Back to Drucker, setting up along the near side. Bradley Lamar going to chase in there with Gerke. Gerke trying to chase it away from a breaking, I believe that's Gale. He sends it down the length of the ice. 3 seconds ago, we're going to go to the dressing room with the power play on the other side. 1:21 left on a Wilson penalty, but the Whalers still holding a lead. But this time it's only, well, actually it's more than what it was before. We're going to go with Flash Gordon again. 3-goal deficit. Let's see if the Patriots can do something about that. We'll get an interview hopefully with Shane Barber here, and we're going to talk with John on the box score of that period in just a few moments' time. Stay tuned. CrossIceFeed here with the Empire hockey action. Whalers on top of Patriots 4-1 at the moment after 2 periods of play.
Today on Johnny's Hockey History, the history of overtime. Few people take seriously the importance of overtime. It is something we simply take for granted. However, overtime has had a long history, just like everything else in the sport. In the early days of the NHL, overtime was a simple extension of the game. The game would continue 5-on-5 for 10 minutes, and if needed, they would play for a second 10-minute period. There was no sudden death. Though it was tested briefly in the 1925 season, there is no evidence it continued. In fact, there were multiple games where multiple goals were scored in overtime. In a game on December 12, 1926, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Montreal Maroons went into overtime, tied 0-0. The Pirates scored in overtime, and minutes later, the Maroons tied it at 1. The game went into a second overtime, and the Maroons scored, only to have the Pirates tie it up. After 20 minutes of overtime, that 0-0 game ended 2-2. The overtime was in that format until World War II. November 21st, 1942, the overtime was removed for all regular season home games. The war had limited resources across the board, and that included the trains. Trains were kept on a strict schedule, especially in the evening, and they could not be delayed because of a hockey game. Hockey was sacrificed for the war effort, just like everything else. The NHL remained without overtime until 1983, when the number of ties was getting out of hand. The Washington Capitals and the Minnesota North Stars had 16 ties each in an 80-game season, a full fifth of the games played. 17 of 21 teams had more than 10 ties. The record for ties was set by the 1969-70 Philadelphia Flyers, with 24 ties in 76 games. Starting with the 1983-84 season, the NHL added a 5-on-5, 5-minute overtime period, and after one season, the number of teams with more than 10 ties dropped from 17 to 7. The first overtime game of the modern era was between the Detroit Red Wings and the Winnipeg Jets on October 5, 1983, and the first overtime goal was scored a few days later when the New York Islanders beat the Washington Capitals 8-7. It wasn't until 1998-99 that the overtime was changed to 4-on-4 to create more scoring opportunities, and in 1999-2000, teams made it to that overtime were given a point for their standings. It wasn't until 2005-06, following the lockout season, when the shootout was finally added, and the tie was thoroughly dead in NHL hockey. Playoffs, in the meantime, have always had overtime. The multiple periods of sudden death hockey have always been a staple of the playoffs. The longest game in history came on March 24th, 1936, when a 0-0 game between the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Maroons went into the 6th overtime and nearly finished their 9th consecutive period of hockey when, with 3:30 left, Montbrunneau scored the only goal of the game, giving goaltender Laurent Chabot the most disappointing goal against ever. Red Wings move up towards the Montreal line, and Gilray takes the puck. Shift to the left. Alan Shields trying to head him off. Gilray loses control of the puck. It dribbles over towards Buckfield. Bruno comes tearing in. Bruno takes a whack at it. He scores. The longest game in recent history came May 4th, 2000, when the Philadelphia Flyers beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in the 5th overtime. Keith Prima scored on Ron Tubman to win the game 2-1. Flyers wins this game in the 5th overtime, and the Flyers go back to Philadelphia with the series even at 2 games apiece. Long overtime games continue to be one of the best events in hockey, as sudden death can, in theory, go on forever, and the glory of victory and the agony of defeat seems so much more acute.
Welcome back, sports fans. John Baranowski asking the age-old question, are we human or are we dancers?
Good call.
Anyways, second period, the Whalers put 2 more up on the board. Starting early, 18:20 remaining. 1 second left on the Patriot power play, so it was a shorthanded goal scored by Jeremy Wilson. The second goal of the period came just a minute later, 17:32, this time on the power play for the Whalers. Number 9, Marcus Cassidy, assisted by Wilson for a power play goal. The Patriots did manage to get one up on the board, cracking that goose egg. 7:20 remaining in the period, an unassisted goal from Shane Barber. The other side of this is neither team has been able to stay out of the box very well. A total of 7 penalties on the period betwixt the two teams, and that's a bit much. We'll see if it gets chippier, or if this game gets out of hand on the scoreboard. It most certainly will devolve for the penalty box as well.
Do you feel like this game is out of reach for the Patriots at this point? I mean, they got plenty.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, it does seem like the Whalers bench is a little more pumped. They're definitely riding the wave of this lead, and especially from the win from yesterday. However, the Patriots are still in it, and you can tell from each of those players the looks on their faces, how they act on the bench. They're still in this. There is so much heart in this team, and it's just about execution at this point. Can they get a couple breaks? Can a couple bounces go their way? It's close. I mean, 3 goals is by no means an insurmountable lead, but they have to get something going. They have to get rolling. They got to get that train moving. That's all. It takes one thing. It didn't happen yesterday. That thing to build on never came. I don't think it's impossible, though.
All right, John, we'll catch up with you in a little bit here during the third period. Thanks.
Thanks, Dave. Patriots Hockey is proudly sponsored by MyTech Automotive, keeping your car safe and road ready for every season. Now is the time to experience quality, honest work. Located at 1025 Cannons Court in Woodbridge.
Second intermission here with Shane Barber. Shane, the second period kind of flat coming out. Then you got yourself a goal. Then the whole momentum of the game shifted in your favor. Talk a little bit off the shift there.
The shift where I scored? Pretty much Lamar, he came down the side and he dumped it in. And then Santiago, he kind of tapped it right to me, and I just pulled it to my forehand and I shot away.
As you were falling down.
Yeah.
So talk about what you guys have to do. Obviously, you're not out of it. You are out shooting the team that's beating you right now. You have things in your favor right now. What's going on in the locker room? Where's your head at?
We just want to hustle. We want to hit them. We want to all-out attack them and get some goals.
What's Coach Little and Sherman saying? What is the place of improvement for you to get out and come out and possibly tie this game and get a win out of here?
We just need to play like we did that last 12 minutes, and we were dominating them. We just got to keep playing like that, keep taking shots, keep on going.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Stearns. Couple more minutes of action here. Shots in favor of the Patriots, 30-20, but the score remains 1 after 2 periods.
Patriots Hockey is sponsored in part by the Spine and Joint Institute. Visit them at sjinstitute.com for more details. They can address your family wellness, sports medicine, and chiropractic needs. Located at 3915 Old Lee Highway in Fairfax, Virginia. Book your appointment today by calling 703-994-4874.
Patriots Hockey is proudly sponsored by MyTech Automotive, keeping your car safe and road ready for every season. Now is the time to experience quality, honest work. Located at 1025 Cannons Court in Woodbridge, Virginia, MyTech Automotive specializes in both foreign and domestic auto repair. Call to book your appointment at 703-492-1661 or 571-285-0168. Visit them on the web at mytechautoinc.com for more details.
Patriots Hockey is sponsored by Pepsi, makers of Gatorade. Rehydrates, replenishes, recharges, Gatorade.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Prince William Ice Center here in Woodbridge, Virginia. Third period action just about to get underway. Patriots are down by 3. Got a few people tuning in out there. Stremzy, we got, what do we have here?
Daryl Wademan is apparently living in California and coached 5 of the guys out on the ice right now. So you have hockey players coming from non-hockey markets with their coaches watching non-hockey market players playing exceptionally well in non-hockey markets. So that gives a testament to how well this sport is growing in these areas here. This is a thing of beauty, Stearns.
We even have Ryan Piscotty's first grade teacher, Kara Facer, watching. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all tuning in here. It's been quite an exciting weekend of hockey.
As one educator to another,
yeah,
these weekends aren't long enough.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, our broadcast team is made up of 3 teachers at the moment out of the 5 of us. Yep, that's funny. Teaching the world. I'm fortunately not the teacher. I'm actually the law enforcer.
Yeah. We got all bases covered here.
I think we do. If they screw up at your level, they come to my level.
Anything below 4th grade, any teacher that teaches below 4th grade is a saint. I don't have any idea how they do
energy.
It's unbelievable. The amount of times that I've had a kindergartner sneeze on me at school. I don't know how you deal with that day in and day out, so hats off to you.
Patriots on a power play here. Also give a shout out to the Wannett family watching down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thanks for tuning in.
Met your husband?
Yeah, we met Grandpa Wannett here.
Logging a lot of miles today.
Oh, yeah. Along the near side over here for Fournier trying to keep it in. The Whalers with a second effort. Uh-oh, here comes the chance now. Dylan Kevo, well, wasn't in the vicinity for a breakaway, but Wannett will catch up with him. Fournier with it now. Ramagnan directing traffic from his net here, but now he's got a few things to worry about. It was Piscotty that was floating in the crease there, as we have 40 seconds left on the CrossIceFeed power play. Along the near side, Stephen Gerke ahead for DeBow. DeBow scores! Oh, baby, I can dance the Watusi. They cut the goal lead down by 2. Patriots down 4-2. Micah DeBow sniping it glove side high.
Micah DeBow, a man on a mission on that one. Picked his pocket. Picked his corner and just went with it. DeBow just blew through the neutral zone and put this team back in this game. We talked to Shane Barber in the second. Coach Little, Coach Sherman were happy with the last 12 minutes of that period. You could feel the momentum switching around a little bit. Here we go.
Patriots goal! Scored by number 12, Micah DeBow. Assisted by number 18, Bradley Lamar. And number 19, Samuel Fournier. That's DeBow from Lamar and Fournier at 19-11. A power play goal.
There we go. We got ourselves a power play goal, and Phoenix Dreer taking out Shane Barber hard along the near side boards in the neutral zone. Yarr. Long through the neutral zone. Arnaud putting it up along the boards. Intended for Paul, but slapped in by Zach Davis. Not slapped him, but guided along, if you will. Davis trying to recover it along the near side boards, but it's out for Paul. Joe Paul across the line. Over for Arnaud. Arnaud couldn't get the shot on goal. By the way, we have an injury update. Jacob Toro is out with a separated shoulder for the Hampton Roads Whalers. Got an injury report on him. He is at the hospital now. Also, we are without Brandon Furter with a lower body injury with a tear. And he will be out of this game. He was elevated from the 4th line to the 2nd line early on in the game, and he had to make an early exit due to the injury. So Davis taking a shot, steered off the pad of Drucker, the goaltender for these Hampton Roads Whalers. This one's launched in the air. Feels like a new hockey game at this point.
It does.
Joe Paul trying to get it past Groner. Groner trying to put the pass now for Niestroy as he goes off on a change. Niestroy catching up with it, but it'll be picked up by Pickering and sent out through center, and Jared Gale will take it across the line. Jordan Shannon retreating back. He didn't realize it was between his feet. Brady trying to get the pass up to Yoon. A little out of his reach. Nice diving effort there by Brady. Would he be offside, though? I don't know how that went
I don't
in.
think the ref had any idea how to indicate that thing. He seems stumped a little bit.
17 minutes left here in the third. 4-2. Whalers lead.
If the Pats can get that next tally, they got themselves right back in this game. Booming hit down there by
a couple of them.
Welsh.
Uh-oh. Welsh had a hit, and Gerke had a hit, and Gerke's going to go for charge. That's the third charging call of the weekend.
Well, it's not going to Gerke.
No, I thought it was. Oh, it was Gale and Gerke going toe-to-toe. That's where the call was going. I beg your pardon.
Here we go, Stearns.
Wow, a cross-ice feed power play coming up here. They've already notched 1 on 4 opportunities, if I got the live stats correct. We'll have to refresh those. Let's get Baranowski's call.
Hampton Roads penalty for number 25, Jared Gale. 2 minutes for charging. Gale, 2 for charging at 16:44 on the CrossIceFeed power play.
2 for charging and a 15% interest rate. Here come the Patriots back behind their goal. Get it? It was a credit card joke.
Yeah, I got it.
DeBell, far side of the neutral zone, taking it inside of Whalers territory, breaks his way through a couple, sending it up to the front, but it gets interrupted there by Vollmer and sent down the length of the ice. Patriots are 0 for 8. That stat's wrong. They do have a power play goal.
Was it all the abbreviated?
No, I believe they were on a power play when they did get that goal earlier in this period, weren't they?
Yeah, 1911, the Bow goal was a power play goal.
That needs to be corrected in point streak. Up top, near side, Riley Wanot. Want it. Thank you. God, old habits are hard to break. Want it. Wants it bad as he puts it up front, tries to get a deflection. Vollmer trying to chase it and kill some time off of the charging penalty to Jared Gale. And he's going to do so successfully there, but now chasing it down, Gerke kind of falling there with Vollmer. And Bradley Lamar takes down his man. He kind of clotheslined him, and Brad Jones on the Whalers bench is like, huh? Up top, want it. Over to Gerke, winds up, fires his shot along the glass, hits a partition in favor of the Whalers, and they'll come out 2-on-2 short-handed. Jeremy Wilson losing control of the puck, trying to fend off Fournier as they go into the corner. And back behind the cage, and we're going to have a call against Fournier, who looks on in disbelief for holding. .46 left here in the third. 2 seconds left on the penalty to Gale. And there'll be a 1:58 power play coming up for the Whalers.
Big kill.
Patriots are, in fact, 1 for 8, according to our stats. Thanks for the updates down there.
It seems like a lot of penalties.
It does.
Maybe they were abbreviated or something. Abbreviated still counts, does it not?
It does. It does.
Maybe that's what it was. Big kill coming up here for the Pats. They have the momentum swinging in their favor. Got to figure a way to harness it. Make sure they don't lose anything on this penalty kill right here. If anything, let's see if they can snag a shorthanded goal.
Face off to the right. Framignon. Off into the corner it goes. Want it.
Out of there.
Over to DeBow. Ooh.
Potomac Patriots penalty, number 19, Samuel Fournier. 2 minutes for holding. Penalty to the Hampton Roads Whalers, number 15, Jared Wilson. 2
Canceled
minutes
out.
for hooking. That's holding and hooking against Fort and Wilson, who incidental minors.
All right. Well, that cancels it out and settles the score there. I'm waiting for someone to email us and say Fournier is actually Fournier.
No way. It's Fournier.
Just like last week, and it wasn't Gagner, right? It was Gagne. Joe Paul along the near side. Steered up along the boards and out. Might get about trying to catch up with it. He does strip it away from Vollmer. He's got one break into the net. Here's Yoon. Oh, the pass. He couldn't handle it. It bounced over his stick. Oh, boy. We got to freeze these pucks. And we got someone clapping for the puck down here. It's Dylan Kevo. It's wide open. Trying to push it along is Zach McDaniel. On the near side. Pop back in. Back behind the goal line. Shane Barber picking it up. Taking it over to that far corner. Up along the boards, not strong enough to pop it out. Second try, kept in at the blue line by Volmert. And here comes an opportunity if he can kick it ahead to himself. Ah, no, too much traffic in the way. Barber's at the end of his shift anyway. McDaniel clearing it in around the horn over to the near corner. Down there to get it. Groner trying to free it. Up to Welsh now. Welsh will retreat back behind his keeper. And he'll steer it off those far boards, and it'll be chased down by Varjunen. Varjunen from Finland. Seen a lot of players from Sweden, but it's the first one I've seen around these parts from Finland. 13 minutes left here in the third. Patriots trail by 2. Being hauled down there. Varjunen takes down his guy, and that was Niestroy. Sounds like we have an international connection out there, but there isn't. Niestroy is actually from Arlington, Virginia. And it's played ahead now for McDaniel. McDaniel clears it right in on Framignan over into the near corner. He guides that one for Groner. Groner couldn't get there in time. Jordan Shannon will. Shannon stepping away. Up top to the point, deflected away by, I believe, Zach Davis. Got a stick on it, and it goes back into the Whalers zone. Around the horn it goes over to the near side. Phoenix Dreer trying to hook up through neutral with any Whaler that's in the vicinity, but it goes past everyone and goes over to Nick Ludeman. Ludeman's pass gets bounced off the boards. Arnaud to the front trying to hook up with Jared Gale, but it comes up top to Volmert who keeps it in. He comes up high on a check. Barber almost lost his bucket. Arnaud getting checked there by Barber. Hampton Roads buzzing inside the Patriots. Over the shot, and a nice save by Framignan. Near side boards, Michael Santiago putting it ahead for Lamar, who deflects it in, no icing. 11:45 to go here in the third. Patriots want to get 2 to tie this one up here. Comes over to Jared Gale again. Pops it in to Michael Santiago. A second try, trying to find Shannon. Ooh, and a high check to the head there on Want It. And there should be a call. Yeah, blow that whistle. Head contact is going to go to Shannon, and the Patriots will go on CrossIceFeed power play.
Another big opportunity here for the Patriots. Just about 11 minutes left to go here in the third period. They got to get one. This is the time to get one. If you have this opportunity, you still have the rest of the period to tie the game. But
ooh, and there's a misconduct going on there too. He did the hands on the hips. A little sass to it.
His hips don't lie.
Those hips don't lie. A little silence here. A little no music, and we have a power play coming up.
Who's going?
Let's get the fans charged up in there.
It's Manbir Nahal serving.
Glory days? No, this is not the song to pump us up. 11:29 left here in the third. 4-2 score in favor of the Whalers. Patriots will look to give it a go here. Michael Santiago on that faceoff. Coming in on goal. Takes it in, and he just goes wide.
Hampton Roads penalty to number 14, Jordan Shannon. 2 minutes for head contact and a 10-minute misconduct. That's Shannon, 2 for a head contact and 10 for a misconduct at 11:29. The CrossIceFeed power play
has been activated. Over the near side boards. Clearing attempt foiled. Ludeman working there. I believe that actually went off a body there over to Kivo. Now Kivo coming in on goal. Shorthanded breakaway scores. Goes top shelf on Framignan. And it is a third shorthanded goal, if I'm not mistaken, in this contest. The score of 5-2. Whoa!
They got to come back and get another one.
Yeah.
They got to come back right now.
Immediately.
It's got to be quick.
Immediately.
Short-handed goals. We've seen far too many of those. I think we've seen 6 on the weekend.
Yeah.
Hampton Roads goal, number 23, Dylan Kivo. A short-handed goal, unassisted. That's 23, Dylan Kivo, an unassisted short-handed goal.
I beg your pardon, it's the second shorthanded goal of this game. So 6 total in the weekend. You are still correct, sir, as Want It has it now. Want It breaking into the play here deep as he chases down his dump in, and as it comes over to the near side to Stephen Gerke. Gerke to Fournier, back to Gerke. Up top to Fournier. And it's turned over, and Jeremy Wilson will peel away with the 2-on-1. Wilson leading the pass ahead out of the reach of Paul and goes off to the far corner. And And out in the neutral zone it comes. And Paul still controls, and it's turned over to Gerke. 30 seconds left, 10 minutes left here in the third period. And it'll be Fayunin trying to make his way through all that traffic. Takes a shot and it goes well wide. Over to the top of the circle off of a funny bounce off the glass. Patriots looking to break it out here with DeBow. Through center. He gets hooked up a little bit, but he still trucks on here over into the near corner. Up along the goal line to the side of the net. Jeremy Wilson scoops it up and sends it down through center where it's slowed up by Groner. Back up to the blue line, Gerke. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Everybody making changes. As Whalers have a 3-goal lead back again. Arnaud has it now in that near circle inside of his zone. Groner will glove it down and stick it in. Right down to Drucker along the side of his neck. And pitching in there, Ian Rush tries to keep it. Niestroy on the backup will send it down. Here comes a backdoor try and a backhand shot and a diving effort by the Whaler who got in front of that one. That was Vollmer. Brady still trying to keep it active on the offense here. And now Zach Davis, turnaround shot goes wide. Over to the far side, Rush pinching in there. Into the corner, the puck goes along the half boards. Rush back there again. Couldn't get it deep enough. Now a second try he will. Over to Brady. Brady to the front. Loose up front, the Whalers trying to clear it. And they do so successfully. And it popped right back in by the Patriots, who need to get some fresh legs out there. Patriots launched this one into the air. Gloved by Barber, and the hand pass waved off. There's Arnaud, touches it up. Setting it to Gale. Gale across the red line, going from one end to the other, across the blue line now.
Oh, wow!
He just gets destroyed by Barber, and a save by Fromenyan is the cherry on the top. Oh, boy.
Nice hit by Barber.
Of Seville. Wow. Gale's singing a tune.
Teammates are tipping a cap to Shane Barber. Just an absolute crushing blow. We don't see too many hits from Shane Barber, but he got his man on that one.
Woo. And along the side of the Patriots zone out through center, Lamar pops that one right down on Drucker, and he's going to hold out for a face-off, and Whalers are trying to fish him out of there. Oh, man. Coming up on the 2 o'clock hour here, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in this contest. Next weekend, both teams, the Empire and Elite, go down to a showcase just outside of, I believe, Charlotte, North Carolina. They'll take on the Florida teams. Should be
tough teams down in Florida.
Yeah, should be some good, solid hockey there. I'm sure those will be carried by fasthockey.com. Then we'll come back here the weekend after to see the East Coast Eagles. North Carolina team themselves. I believe it's their home rink that will be hosting this showcase coming up. It's a shot from Kivo along the half boards, goes right on him, Fromenyan, and goes under a pile of bodies, and a pile up on 95 commences.
Not a bad effort here today from these guys.
I like what I'm seeing. There's some flashes of good things. Gerke, this is our first look at him this weekend. They're coming back from injury. Michael Santiago, it was unfortunate he got tossed early on in last night's game, but now he's back in it here, and there's still some good names left out here and some good talent. And it'll be played up by Wannett, up to DeBow. I'm waiting for a player like DeBow to explode too, you know? Kind of go on a tear, on a goal-scoring tear. Speaking of tears, Joe Paul taking his shot going wide. He had 4 goals last night. Through center now, and, you know, Jeremy Wilson is another player that's a force to reckon with. We talked about last year. He led this team in scoring, pretty much in all categories as well. And we got some rough stuff in Vollmer. It's arguing for a penalty here, and it looks like Wannett's going to go to the box.
No argument from Wannett, just right in. There you go.
Little's giving him the evil eye. Gives him the "what the heck you doing" gesture, and that's it.
6:45 left to go here in the third period. 5-2 is your score. Shots in favor of the Patriots. 34-26, but scoreboard tells a little bit of a different story.
Potomac Patriots penalty to number 13, Riley Wannett. 2 minutes for roughing. Wannett, 2 for roughing at 6:45 on the Reebok penalty kill.
Good job on the pronunciation there, John Boy. Along the far boards.
I'm learning, Dave. Learning. Input.
Input. Another 80s reference. Up top, Paul. On the near side boards, down for Wilson. Wilson. A lot of hockey sense. This guy's got a good view of the ice from his head there. As his shot goes right on Framignon, making the pad save. Wilson back with it again. He knows where to be. Sending that pass to Paul. A little out of his reach, but Paul will still maintain control. Top of the circle. Turning. Looking. Waiting. Stepping. Shooting. Oh, and Niestroy got in front of that one. And I heard a collective from the crowd. I think it was the Hampton side of the house. Or all the men in the crowd. Vollmer. Through center. Goes in front of the Patriots bench with that one. And Arnaud sidesteps his check. Comes in on goal. Takes a shot and a great save by Framignon. To the front it goes again. DeBow walking into traffic with it. And I see the fans collectively put their hands on their heads when he did that.
It's a lot. There was too much activity this week in front of the net. The passes that went in front of the net, the clears up the middle. It's nerve-wracking.
Short-handed try for DeBow. Wraparound chance. Up front it comes. No Patriot can get their stick on it. Groner and Barber tried to work together up there. Oh, a hard check by DeBow.
That should have been a penalty.
Hampton wanted a call, and yeah, Wilson is shaken up. Oh, boy.
DeBow crushed him from behind.
Oh, and Barber's going to get some physical action in his direction from Arnaud. Santiago, I beg your pardon, that's Rush back behind the cage. Niestroy clearing it up through neutral zone with a back pass for Barber. Whoa, and a hard check there. Niestroy getting popped.
Starting to pick up a little bit.
Barber looking for an open, I beg your pardon, Davis looking for an open man. Coming through is Purdon. Purdon couldn't get a hold of it. And it's out through center for McDaniel, losing his footing, but he still has the puck. McDaniel in the slot, going uncontested there, and a block by Rush. And with it is Varjunin with a shot. Wow. He scores. Varjunin with a backhand shot, he scores, and he does a little Dave Tiger Williams celebration. 4:04 left here in the third, 6-2 Whalers.
The Finn is on the board, and I don't know what that was.
Varjunin's little celebration?
I don't know what that was.
That was a Dave Tiger Williams celebration. Vancouver Canucks, anybody? Feeling the flow.
It's Varjunin's first point of the season, but he's glad to be on the scoreboard here.
He was waiting for that. You could tell. Because we got the elite guys from the Whalers below us.
We got a penalty coming up too.
Talking about celebrations.
The Patriots here too. Not sure what the call is.
And they took the puck for Varjunin's first goal as a Whaler, presumably in junior hockey here in the States. Could be wrong. Don't know too much history on him. So we await center ice face-off in silence.
Hampton Roads goal scored by number 17, Tomi Varjunin, assisted by number 11, Zachary McDaniel. That's Varjunin from McDaniel at 4:04. Patriots penalty to number 68, Ian Rush. 2 minutes for high sticking. Rush, 2 for high sticking at 4:04 on the Reebok penalty kill.
That must have happened while he was coming through to take that shot.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Varjunin with the goal to get them back ahead by 4. Chasing it down. Whalers, but Fournier getting tapped from behind. Yeah, there's going to be a penalty to the Whalers on that. It's going to be McDaniel going to the box. He doesn't know it, but he'll find out just now. High stick. Keep those sticks down, guys. Patriots hockey is sponsored by Threads Inc., Quality Sports Embroidery, down in Dumfries, Virginia. Go to threads-inc.com for more details. So they go on a cross-ice feed power play in about minute and 29 for about 31 seconds. But that'll be a little late. 3:33 left here in the third.
Hampton Roads penalty to number 11, Zachary McDaniel. 2 minutes for high sticking. McDaniel, 2 for high sticking on the cross-ice feed power play.
That'll come in a few minutes there, John. A couple minutes.
You want a sponsorship or not, Dave?
Okay, fine.
You want to sponsor a 4-on-4?
No, but that's what you just called the 4-on-4, is a cross-ice feed power play.
Okay, rename it, Dave. I'm giving you a sponsorship plug.
No, we'll sponsor the 4-on-4s for something else. Too many fours. Paul, dropping it for Wilson. Wilson shoots right over the head of Framignano, over and out into the neutral zone where Phoenix Dreer will pick it up along the red line. Over to the near side to Marcus Cassidy. And Stephen Gerke with it now for the Patriots. Gerke gaining speed, crisscrossing over to the far side. He loses that as Dreer picked his pocket. Cassidy will move it through center now. And he'll just bounce it ahead over into the slot, trying to find it. And it'll be turned over to Ludeman. Oh, gets clipped.
Knee on
that
knee?
is going to be a knee on knee, and he is hurt. Oh, man. Those are not good hits. Hopefully he is okay.
Wow, that was clear as day, knee on knee. And he's gotten ejected. Yeah, Wilson's gone.
He is upset, Wilson, but focus really here is on an injured player, Ludeman, and hopefully he'll be okay here as Doc Yeskin checks him out. 2:24 left here in the third. 6-2 Whalers. Mentioned earlier we lost a couple players from this game. Furter for the Patriots and Toro for the Whalers. Looks as though we may be losing Ludeman here with a knee injury or something that's connected to that hit. We'll have Steve Sherman come out here to support as well. He's definitely pointing to his left leg, which was the connecting point with Wilson. So we do have a 5-minute major up on the board. Ludeman will be helped off the ice and supported by Doc and Welsh. Yeah, he's not able to move that left leg, so yeah. Looks like we're going to have another injury podcast this week.
Yep.
Be more towards the side of the Empire team. Don't think we sustained any injuries on the elite side this weekend. I think we dodged that bullet. Yep.
They talk with Doc before the contest is over here and get something before the podcast, and
we'll
see if we can speculate a little bit how long he might be out for.
Might be able to get him on the audio to put into the podcast. We can record his thoughts and comments. We'll get him up here for a minute of his time. Do you want to get something on camera with him?
When's that?
With Doc.
At the end here?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right.
Let's see how this goes with.
Yeah, he may be busy on training duties. So, face-off will be to the right of
Hampton
Drucker.
Roads penalty to number 15, Jeremy Wilson. 5 minutes and a game misconduct for kneeing. That's Wilson, 5 minutes and a game misconduct for kneeing at 2:24.
Face-off one back, up top Fournier popping it to Barber. Barber, top of the far circle. 4-on-3 for the next 12 seconds. And we'll have a 5-on-3. 5-on-3 for an abbreviated amount of time. Here comes the point shot going well wide. Micah DeBow readjusting after that. 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. Here we go. Fournier winds up, takes his shot. The rebound. Launched behind the goal line behind Drucker. Trying to sweep it out is DeBow. And it's Gerke to DeBow, stuffing it up front. Drucker makes a save. And we'll have the stoppage here. 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 1:47 left here in the third. 6-2 Whalers.
Hey, holding up.
I am ready to go to bed.
Well, it is 2 o'clock on a Sunday, so.
Yeah, it's about right. Fall asleep to the sounds of football.
There you go.
Football! Oh, no, I love hockey. NHL season about to start up here this coming Tuesday. Starts off with the Caps and the Blackhawks. Check your local listing. This is not John Walton. This is David Stearns with Brian Schrems. As it goes down over to the near side of the goal, Gerke getting worked over there by Volmert. Gerke will remove it over to I beg your pardon, that is Piscotti, who clears it out into the bench and almost takes out a few of his own. And it's 5-on-4 for the next, minute and 16 left in the game.
I think they can do 4 goals in the $1.16. The all-you-can-score buffet's up there, Stearns.
Up top, Fournier. The opposite side, want it. Over to DeBow. DeBow losing control of it. And out come the Whalers. Short-handed. And off in the far corner, and we're down to 1 minute left here. DeBow back behind his cage. As this team will likely fall to the Hampton Roads Whalers by a large margin. Barber beats out the icing. Next weekend down in North Carolina. The weekend after that, East Coast Eagles back here in Woodbridge, Virginia. Fournier waiting for his team to get on sides. Triggers it off of Dreer. Back there to try to play it is Shane Barber, getting ahead of his check, getting hooked up there no less. Whistles away, 30 seconds to go. Gale with it, crossing it up in front, into the high slot, and hooked up there by DeBow. Like I said, whistles away with 15 seconds to go. Gale getting wrangled down there by Fournier. No call, 10 seconds to go. Want it, cross the line, want it. Losing it, DeBow feeding it over, and that'll do it. The last second shot, gloved down by Drucker, and he'll get the victory. 6-2 final score. Hampton Roads sweeping the weekend on both the Elite and Empire teams. Our next telecast will be next weekend up at UMBC in Reisterstown, Maryland. We'll take on Rider University and Millersville College. We'll be seeing it here at CrossIceFeed.com. Saturday's contest at 5:15, or I beg your pardon, 4:30. Sunday at 5:15. Then we'll come back here, do it all over again against the East Coast Eagles. So there it is, final score, 6-2, Hampton Roads. Taking away some victories from the Patriots after an interesting weekend last weekend where the Elite team swept Atlanta and the Empire team not so lucky on the front against Atlanta. We'll catch up with you all real soon. Stay tuned for the Patriots playback sometime this week. Subscribe on iTunes or follow on youtube.com/CrossIceFeed. This has been David Stearns for Brian Schrems and John Baranowski and Jason Wakely and Phil Prevost saying have a good afternoon, everybody. And as always, don't stop believing.